Good morning children, I am your social teacher. In the previous class, we are discussing about different landforms. We discussed about mountains, plains, plateaus, these and all we discussed. Now we are going to discuss about deserts. So here deserts means it's a very vast land. That means it's a very big area fully covered with sand. That means the areas are very vast with full of sand. Here you can observe deserts are vast areas covered with sand. So here the deserts have very little rainfall and it experiences very extreme temperature. So that means here extreme temperature means it's very hot in daytime and cold in night time. Usually the deserts have very little rainfall. That means how sometimes we will get sprinkles of rain on them. So in the same way here also the deserts will receive very little rainfall. Sometimes even that rain won't be there in deserts. So we can say that here the rain very little rainfall or scanty of rainfall will be there in the deserts. Regarding to the vegetation means plantation. Very less vegetation and animals are found in the deserts. So here plants are very less. We can see the thorny bushes, shrubs will be there in the deserts, and even animals also very less in deserts. And here the best example is Thar Desert, which is located in India, and Sahara Desert, this is in Africa. So let us go for the features of deserts. What are the main features of the deserts? So here deserts experiences extreme climate. That means here the daytime, as we said, the daytime it is very hot and night time it is cold. If you consider our Thar Desert, which is situated in Rajasthan, so in summer season the temperature is very hot in daytime. That means the temperature may go above the 50 degrees and night time it is cool, and in winter season it's moderate. That means it's not too hot, it's hot. The temperature may 40 or 42, between 40 to 45 degrees, and night times are very cold. So like that the temperature will be there in the deserts. So that's why it is extreme climate. The climate is extreme. Okay children. Next, these are extremely dry due to the scanty of rainfall. So here there won't be any moisture in the air. There won't be any moisture in the air, and it's extremely dry. So it's very dry. Why it is very dry means because of very less rainfall, or because of scanty of rainfall, or because there is no rainfall at all. Because of that reason these are very extremely dry. These means here the deserts are extremely dry. And next, sandstorms are common as the wind blows. Here storm means, so we know no. Storm means in Telugu what we will say? Tufan. So here what type of storms will come? Sandstorms. What type of storms? Sandstorms. So these are very common in the deserts. These are very common in the desert. So when the wind blows, at that time the wind will carry the sand, and it will form sand dunes. So what it will carry? The wind along with the wind or maybe air, it will carry the sand and one place to another and forms the sand dunes. Forms the sand dunes. Like, so the sand dunes are called as small hills of sand. Small hills of sand. So this is sand dunes. So we can also call the sand dunes or small hills of sand. So it looks like a hill, but the hill is with full of sand. Hill is with full of sand. So like that. So here the sand storms are more and sand dunes are formed. These sand dunes are formed by the winds. By the winds. We can call the sand dunes as hill of sand. There are two types of deserts, Nana. Cold desert and hot deserts. So cold deserts means here the daytime these deserts are hot and night times these are cold. And whereas some other deserts, these are hot in daytime and even it is also hot in night time. Both the times, daytime and night time, both are hot. And some deserts, daytime is hot and night time is cold. Okay. Deserts plants include cacti and date palms. Here in the deserts, the main plants, what are the main plants that we can see in the deserts means date palms and cacti. So cacti you have seen, I think in your science subject you have seen the cacti, and date palms means we will eat the date fruit, no? So that date fruit will come from this date palms plants. If you observe our Thar desert, here in our Thar desert we have scattered bushes, thorny shrubs, and what type of trees are grown here in our Thar desert means kikar, babul trees, khajri. So these type of trees we can see in the deserts of our Thar desert. Okay children, next oasis. So oases are the small water pools that are raised up in some places of the deserts. So in deserts, some places we can see the oasis. Oasis means small water pools. So in this picture, you can see the oasis. This is the oasis picture. This is the oasis picture. And this is the, so here you can see the sand dunes. Sand dunes. So this is the animal which we can see in deserts only. So what is this animal, Nana? This is camel. So these are sand dunes. How the sand dunes will be? So this is the sand dunes. What we will call the sand dunes, Nana? So hills of sand. Hill of sand. So this is the ship of desert. Which one is known as ship of desert? Camel. Which one is known as ship of desert? Camel. And this is oasis. So small water pool. So that will form in the deserts in some areas. So in the oasis, what type of plants will be there means date palms. Around the oasis, date palms will be there, and so around this oasis, the land will be fertile and people used to live around this oasis. So automatically the villages will be there around. You can see here in this picture, so small, some houses are there. So that means village will be formed around this oasis and people used to grow crops in this oasis. Okay children. So oases are small water pools that springs up at some places in the deserts. Date palms grow around the oasis. Okay children. So deserts are usually western part of our continent. If you observe our continent Asia, so in the western part of continent, some deserts, usually deserts are formed. or some deserts are formed on the western part of our continent Asia. What are those deserts? Or these deserts are worldwide famous deserts. One is Sahara deserts. So the Sahara desert is situated in Africa, and the Great Sandy deserts, which is in Australia, and Patagonia. Patagonia is one of the desert in South America, and one more is our desert, Thar desert, or we can also call it as Great Indian Desert, which is in India. So that is situated in Rajasthan. Major part, so the Thar desert majorly situated in Rajasthan, but it's spread to Gujarat, Haryana, and these places, Nana. So these are about the deserts. Okay, children. So these are the some of the features of the deserts and what is meant by. So the deserts are usually covered with sand only. Okay. So read the entire textbook. Okay, children. Bye.